sir.
Today on Operabot podcast, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you know what
the
would
HSNC podcast.
be HSNC podcast would be kind of a tough
Yeah.
name. I guess a good combo to have would be like why we're marketing first instead of fully building,
Yeah.
or what building a demo is like, or
Yeah, guys, we could have gotten Chris Williamson on the podcast, but he couldn't make it today. So
Alex Ramosi, rain checked us again.
yeah, he was busy, so I understand it. You know, he has a kid.
Whatever. Okay.
You know, busy guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, no, seriously. Let's do all right, so why we're marketing right now and why we're reaching out, why we're posting social content, especially for something B2B like this. I think getting additional exposure never hurts. We learned our lesson trying to build out 100 apps in 100 hours. Nobody cares unless you market, which is fun and great, but I don't know. I think our marketing strategy can be improved, and that's part of the reason why we're recording this.
Yeah. Definitely for certain industries, probably like the tech industry, you don't really need to build the whole product out initially, especially for a non B2C application.
Right.
You know?
Actually, yeah, that's a good
Because like
point.
B2C, obviously, it's like a lot easier to sell to your customer.
I think there's just more customers, period.
Yeah.
So right now with this Operabot thing, us trying to go essentially into a B2B SaaS, we're having a hard time finding these actual customers. I think that's going to be a good point. And like once we find one, I think it'll be pretty easy. It'll be easier to get referrals and have a proof of concept out there. But for right now, reaching out and trying to find these people is fun but challenging.
Yeah, because like for an app, I think you just need to build the app, and then you make like a really bad version of the app, and then you just market it. And if it's a good product, people will
like the
download it.
sushi app, dude.
Yeah,
like trying to get. There's some guy on LinkedIn or YouTube, one of the two, who posted saying, "Oh, how to get your money's worth at a hibachi spot," and it's him like making this app that essentially shows if you get your value or not. So steak and shrimp obviously gave you way more value. I think that was cool. Like that's a good idea. It's a different ballgame when it comes to B2B SaaS. I see the post all the time on LinkedIn, and it's kind of hard.
Yeah, so I think getting funding would be super beneficial because it's so hard to get customers.
Once we have funding too, we have that customer base. So we're currently pinging different VCs across America, across the world really, just trying to. Sorry, random car passed by. Pinging VCs across America because we need a customer base and we need help figuring out what we're doing.
Yeah.
More on that kind of in the future. That's another reason why we're making these posts is maybe somebody comes across it and goes, "Hey, what is this? What is that?" But yeah, and now we're just kind of recording ourselves having these sorts of conversations, seeing what's going on because I don't know. I'm always thinking about how I can improve this business or what's the next idea. We can build anything. We've kind of proven that out.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I think iteration is pretty fast. Like, even though, we're not millionaires yet as we expected in 3 months prior, I think we have learned a lot. So we learned a lot, and I think we wouldn't have learned this fast if it was like 5 years ago because we're able to build so quickly now with AI.
Every idea we have, we just build out immediately and try and market.
Because if this was 5 years ago, like it would have taken us.
Can you imagine trying to learn how to like fully code all this stuff out?
If it was 5 years ago, it would have taken a year to build out one of these apps, and then you wouldn't realize that it's a failure until a year later.
Unless you tried like drop shipping the app. Can you imagine?
I guess, but like, what do you mean drop shipping? Like,
I guess like the concept of like marketing it before you have it at all.
Right.
But then you have a 1 year lead time.
Yeah.
That's
then people are waiting for 1 year but now you can kind of ship a product way faster. So you can kind of market a little bit earlier. Like, you can market way earlier because you can build in like a fifth at the time or 10th at the time. So.
Yeah. You know what I think is a good concept too is I think something that we've been battling is knowing when to change ideas, when to shift perspectives, on like this could be a good idea to obviously the market doesn't like it, and figuring out when to build the next thing. I think
Yeah.
I'm way more conservative when it comes to, give it a little more time, give it a little more time. And that could definitely bite you later on trying to actually when trying to actually, find the winning product. Obviously, it's a marketplace, there's competition 24/7, but finding where your little niche is and determining what product will actually win. I think once you have a winner, you kind of know.
Yeah.
I think with OperaBot, we're starting to see that we're getting better at identifying what could be a winner, now it's just finding that win.
I think OfferBot might be a winner.
It has to be a
Right.
winner. There can't be any might.
There's a high chance it's just a winner because we've heard back from
We're getting feedback
Arm.
so quick. Oh yeah, Arm.
like we haven't heard back from places like this for any of our other things.
So Arm, for those of you who don't know, I think we'll try to tag them in this post. They do a ton of manufacturing robotic AI integration for various factories and manufacturing sites.
Yeah.
I guess there's a ton more information on their page, obviously, but
Yeah.
they did give us a membership status. We just finalized signing those documents over, and we're excited to kind of collaborate and have another space where we can talk and make connections with various people within manufacturing itself.
Yeah.
I think we've explored and expanded across Connecticut, but obviously there's the entire U.S. left.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess now our outreach method is what? Other U.S. states? Are we going state by state here?
Yeah, currently we've just done emails, CT, that's it for
So,
outreach.
I think we're going to expand our geographic region, and then we're going to
Yeah.
change our outreach methodology.
Yeah.
To what?
The only thing that comes to mind is like cold calling,
Yeah,
but
that's actually a good point.
that's the only other thing that comes to mind. And
That's
maybe
why these VC money is so important.
warm outreach, which it comes to VC money because
We need the VC connections.
because they'll know manufacturing companies, right?
Because right now we've exhausted Connecticut, we've exhausted our own connections.
Yeah.
And so now if you know somebody in manufacturing
Yeah.
who could use OperaBot, reach out to us.
Well, this is our outreach method.
This is our outreach
This is
method.
another outreach method.
Yeah,
so,
because even though I hate posting myself, it just has to get done.
yeah.
We have to try all our options. Next idea. We don't really have a next idea in queue. We listed a couple ideas on our YC application.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can come up with an idea that's good because
No, we can't. We're getting better at that.
because we've seen what YC likes, and if YC likes it, then it's a winner, right?
It has to be.
So like,
At least to YC.
if it doesn't seem like YC would like it, then it's probably not a winner,
I guess that's our.
right?
I
That's like
guess-
criteria.
Wow, that's a crazy statement.
Yeah.
Hot take of 2026. If YC doesn't like your idea, don't even bother building it.
Yeah. If you want it to be an actual big,
Yeah, because other venture
Dang.
firms kind of just follow and piggyback off of YC. I know
Exactly.
there's one venture firm that's literally just like a YC, like,
knockoff.
no, not even a knockoff, just like, oh, YC invested, we're going to invest as well. And then that's just their
And then they
entire
win off of
strategy. Their entire strategy is just like,
Yeah.
they did all the vetting, we're just going to invest right
And
back.
then they win.
I'm sure other VCs do the same thing. It's just,
Probably.
it's got to be kind of difficult finding novel companies for sure. But that's why I think building OperaBot and
is.
building these things is fun.
Yeah.
All right. I guess, do we say some random questions here? What's your
We can just
coffee
talk
order?
about anything.
What's your coffee order?
Coffee order. Black.
I'm thinking I'm gonna switch to black with stevia and a
Just
splash
black.
of vanilla creamer.
Just black. Nothing else.
Yeah. And I think
Couple drops of milk.
we're both also exploring what other startups have done and why they're successful. And I think the common thread amongst all of them is that they weren't afraid to market quick and early.
Yeah.
And once they found something that worked, just jumping on that train as fast as possible is another common thread I'm seeing. So
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why we're doing these sorts of long form conversations And I guess that will be eventually chopped up into clips, but
Yeah, we could chop this up so much. Like, we could just keep talking, honestly.
about anything.
Yeah.
Let us know if you like the background or not, because I love talking outside in nature. That's why I keep staring off into the background, trying to formulate some good thoughts here.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like YC invests mostly into B2B, right? Because I don't really see B2C as much. What do you think?
I think they're on a huge AI, like
B2B?
yeah, like a very. It seems like the ideas are just so simple that like,
Yeah, like,
why didn't I think of that sort of thing?
right, like we saw the one where it's automated demo videos for the
Yeah.
product, where like you do like get pushed
Genius.
to like the prod branch or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it will automatically
That's
make a demo
genius.
video for the new feature.
That's genius, and it's like so.
But that's like not
simple.
even that crazy.
Yeah, it's so simple.
Not
It's like,
even-
why hasn't that been invented before? And then he decided to go
Yeah.
ahead and do it. Props to that guy.
Like that is not something that
This
we
isn't a
couldn't
diss
build.
either. This is like congratulations. Like
Yeah.
you found a winning product. That's what I think our
Yeah.
next idea, if we have to choose anything, it has to be something so.
Yeah, it's something that anyone can build, like, because that's not something a normal person couldn't build. Like, if you know anything about how to code, you could just build that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could build that in less than a year easily. Like, for a couple of a month, you could build.
Well, I'm
the whole
sure
thing.
he has his trials and tribulations. Love to have you
No,
on the podcast.
I'm sure.
Actually, that'd be a great idea. Have a podcast for technical founders, like solely. Like YC accepted guys hop on your podcast and talk. Why don't we do that?
That's what you
Reach out to a bunch of YC founders and be like, hey, let's have a podcast.
What
with
is
you.
yeah? Like, what's the hardest part about you know,
reach out,
reaching
marketing,
out, marketing,
and then that's how we
building.
could get. That's how we could get ideas for building our next thing.
Why don't we reach out to technical founders? That's a good idea. And it doesn't even have to be YC. Like, if we see something on LinkedIn
Yeah.
where it's like they have a product that's
Join our podcast.
awesome, and like we think that it's good, like why won't we reach out to
How'd
them?
you think of this? Whatever. It'll be a 20-minute podcast.
Yeah. Be like, yeah,
then
do
we'll
you
chop
have
it up.
20 minutes out of your day to talk to us?
And when we fly to them,
We fly
why
to
don't we go to see them? And
Because
we
they're
could book-
probably in California too. Like there's like a 90% chance
Dude,
they're in
life's
California.
short. We got to do this.
I'm saying
that-
that's why we should do it.
Yeah, we have to do it. So let's
Free
do
trip.
that. Let's actually,
Not a free trip, but
because I like talking about this stuff.
yeah.
If we had a podcast in which we invited YC founders,
Maybe this is how we do the warm outreach.
this
right?
is how we can get connections.
This is the warm outreach.
Wait a second.
Because I think we're doing so cold because
We're in the
lot of
middle
you-
of nowhere.
yeah, we're doing so cold. But like if we do this, then it's like we'll know other people who are in the space.
And then we have credibility and ethos by saying, look, we've
Yeah.
learned this idea. We learned this from this person.
Yeah.
We could take bits of knowledge, make it like Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich.
okay.
That he takes bits and pieces from every person he interviews, compiled it all into
Yeah.
one book.
yeah.
Why don't we do that?
And I'm sure there's startups in the manufacturing space.
I'm sure there's startup people who want to talk about their startup. It doesn't even have to be in the manufacturing
I know
spot.
not necessarily manufacturing, but if it was, then
That's even better.
it would help us so much. So
So that's what we're going to do. Wait, this was actually genius. We should actually
Yeah.
do this more often. This is your sign to take it your co-founder or your wannabe co-founder, sit down with
Yeah.
them, have a 15-minute conversation, and figure out what you're going to do next and record
Yeah.
it all. Because I think having this thought process, maybe we throw the whole thing on YouTube.
yeah.
Wait, why don't we throw the whole thing on
can.
YouTube?
Yeah, let's
If we
do
throw the
it.
whole thing on YouTube,
We should do some shorts for that too. cut
and then
it
we
up.
can make a podcast off of that.
Why not? No, because it's actually helpful because we're talking about our business plan.
But then I feel like this whole startup realm is clouded in like, I mean, it's just like a bunch of people trying to build their thoughts, but there's only so many startup people in general.
Yeah. it
That
is.
like, unless it's YC screaming your name, how else are you going to get out there other than your own social media outreach?
that is a really good point.
I guess there are LinkedIn companies that do, companies that do really well with social outreach. Cluely, Vireo.
They do, but I think those ones are. Or I don't know if you're.
But there's
is that a B2C yeah? Is that a B2C?
No, Vireo does like social media stuff for companies. I think
Okay. Because I think the startups that are able to have good outreach are probably the B2C ones, right?
You know what I
So-
think there is a lack of though in the space is a formalized spot for people to learn about startup companies. That's what
Yeah.
YC is. If we just
There
do
is
the
a lack
social
of it.
media of it,
Yeah.
Then we could have our own content channels.
Yeah.
And then we could find other products to have. This is video one. Hashtag 001 of the podcast.
Yes. And I think if you surround yourself with like-minded people, you're gonna have better ideas. Like
we have to.
Right.
All right. So an open source social media podcast channel thing.
Yes.
For startups, up and coming startups, YC backed.
Yeah. It doesn't even have to be YC, bro. It could be
anybody.
They could not even make any money yet. They could just have a product that looks cool.
Yeah.
Like, why not talk to them? If they have a product
honestly,
that
your only criteria of being on the podcast is that you're posting and you're loud about your stuff.
Yeah.
And then from there, we could just chat about it. And I think that's a genius idea. Is formalizing. It would be the modern wisdom of AI startups.
Yeah.
There's not, like, I can't list something like that.
There's not. Yeah.
And we would become like subject matter
especially for tech startups, because tech startups specifically, I think it has a reputation of, people just being like quiet and just.
Well, I think the life cycle is also so fast with AI. That's the beauty of the tech startup culture now is like one person's building something they build for a couple months and then they just cycle to the next thing.
I think tech founders and the space in general is getting more louder, right?
Yeah.
Like people are starting to be more out to the public about it, because before, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, no one knew anything about like anything when it comes to tech startups. But I think your average person now, like our age, might know some things about it.
I also just think culture as a whole around startups has changed dramatically.
Because, like, you'll go on social media and you see like people post about startups and stuff. You would not see that like 5 years ago.
I would agree. Granted, I haven't been in the space for long, but I would agree.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm not sure if that's my algorithm changing or if it's like actually growing or not. But I don't know. I think it's growing.
We should do this.
So,
this is a genius idea.
It's not a bad idea.
Formal podcast, number one, wherever you're seeing this, comment down below the next founder we should talk to.
We're going to interview them.
Yeah, we're going to interview them. Roy Lee is the first guy we're going to reach out to. Roy, if you see this by some stroke of luck, we're going to interview you. And not like your traditional interview. I think the only way to make a podcast unique, different, and pop off now, because everybody's doing their podcast, is unique settings, unique activities, or unique insights. And I think our whole ideology is we should build a fan base of people who want to build a company or are building a company, preferably in the tech space or hardware. I'd love to sit down with a hardware startup guy. Are you kidding me?
YC has been investing in hardware.
A ton too.
Yes.
So like now's the time to formalize how you built your startup. What's successful? What is it? If we could combine all these lessons, the amount of value in one YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of value.
In one spot, and we get the time of our lives. This is all we like to do, is sit here and talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's it. Scene.
Boom.